Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a soul connection reading today. And so this one is called Soul Connections, Shadows, and Fears. And so this is going to be for those of you that are in complete and total separation. And that just means that this person that you feel this connection with, you're not speaking to, you're not seeing them. There's definitely some sort of a separation. And what's happening is you're having a lot of dreams, you're having a lot of thoughts, and some of these things are triggering you in a negative way, such as you're having nightmares, maybe you're suddenly feeling very heavy, thinking about things from the past that are negative, making you feel like shit, things like that. So we're going to basically be asking Spirit to be our guide today and to let us know why these things are coming up and what we need to know about them. Sometimes I feel like maybe we think that these things are coming up because something is really negative in the actual connection with the person. Maybe some of us don't know. Maybe some of us are just confused and want to have some sort of clarity, which is why we are doing this reading today. So as usual, everything that I'm using will be in the description box below. If there are any of the decks that I've created, which I actually am going to be using all of my decks here today, they are going to be listed so you guys can purchase them at my Etsy shop. And if you're international, just email me and I will send you a special link to order them. We are going to be using the Moonstone Organite from Wing and Bell. And so this is really going to help us to, really delve deep into the shadows as well as our intuition to kind of find the answers that we need today. So I'll put them down below as well. All right, you guys, let's get into this reading. One of my newest decks that I just literally got yesterday, it's called Healers of the Earth Oracle. I did feature them in my Instagram. I do have an Instagram if you guys are interested to follow me there. I do readings daily there and also a bunch of deck giveaways. I will be doing a deck giveaway actually sometime in October here on YouTube. It's going to be for the Book of Shadows Tarot, and it's actually a set, and it comes with 2 different tarot decks. It's a pretty cool system. So anyways, stay tuned for that. But anyways, this particular deck is really beautiful, and I got it off of Etsy, so I'll put them down below as well. But I just feel like I want to use this deck because this is my first time using it on camera, and I just basically want to take a look and see what are some of the things that are popping up when it comes to this connection, that maybe your intuition or your higher self or things that are being triggered, what is it trying to tell you? Why is this coming up? What do we need to pay attention to? All right, so let's go ahead and spread these out and get some answers. Very first thing, we have intensity. Look at this, you guys. Intense feelings. We have sexual passion. Look at this. So there's an intense energy here. Okay, so I feel like the very first thing that Spirit wants to bring forward is that there's an intense energy that is present when you are connecting with this individual. Now, some of you, it can be very sexual. Some of you, it can be fears. It can be a nightmare. It can be really sad energy. I'm kind of getting a mixture of everything. So this to me is just basically showcasing the intensity behind these feelings, this energy. We have the Sky Bridge. Oh, wow. Look at this, you guys. Mediumship, intuition, and psychic experiences. I really like this deck because not only are the images absolutely stunning, but we have, the name of the card, and then we have 3 keywords on the bottom. So it makes it very user-friendly. What's interesting is we have 3 + 2, which is 5, and then 5 + 2, which is number 7. 5s and 7s to me are definitely numbers that indicate spiritual lessons and struggles. So I mean, there's something for sure that we are struggling with, that we are trying to learn something and understand something. So there's something major going on here. And we have the Black Swan, an unforeseen event, a surprise hindsight. So we actually have some dark energy here, shadows. That black unicorn or stallion, and we also have now this swan. So interesting, 5, 6, 7. There's like a sequence here, 5, 6, 7. So I feel like what this is actually indicating is that it says an unforeseen event, a surprise. So I almost feel, you guys, that some of you, you're dreaming of your person, or you're picking up on their energy in a positive, intense, or passionate, or negative way. fears mixed with passion is what I'm seeing here. So it's like both of these energies might be floating around. We have the sky bridge. It's kind of like this is a bridge that is connecting you and your individual, but it's in the sky. So it's not actually based in a physical reality, which means that, you're not dealing with this person in the actual physical world. We already went over this. So the sky bridge is, to me, it's kind of like your dreams are what's connecting you at this time. Your thoughts. The sky to me is air, the clouds, what we're thinking, what we're feeling, what we're imagining, what we're daydreaming about. We have also this moon's energy here as well. So of course the moon is also about our intuition and psychic insights. So there's some kind of a telepathy. There's some foresight as well that we're getting from these dreams, or also from these thoughts and these feelings that we're having. So everything that's occurring right now is very intense, and it actually means something. It really does mean something. So let's break it down and see what this has to do with. What does some of this energy have to do with? Now that we can see that there is telepathy, psychic insight, experiences going on, dreams, intuition, all of it. What is some of this foresight about, or these telepathic energies about? Okay, so we have the energy of tribe. And so immediately what I'm picking up on, this right here, just so you guys know, is my Twin Flame Oracle. This particular card to me is about our community, other people in people's environments. So you might be dreaming about your person being with other people, or the people that are connected to them. You might also be picking up on certain things, as in you just kind of know that there's something going on with this person in relation to either their family, their friends, or perhaps third-party situations, or something like that. So you're also picking up on what's happening in their lives. That's interesting. We have bound. Interesting. This is a very shadowy, devilly energy. So it's kind of like we're connected to this person's low vibration as well as their high vibration. So I'm getting a little bit of both, you guys. But the devil to me can sometimes be sexual energy, and it's already coming through a sexual passion. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you and this person are only connected in this darker energy, but there's definitely something very intense that is connecting you to this individual at this particular time. So you might be having a lot of sexual fantasies. You might be dreaming about them in a very sexual way. You might be bound to their energy. They're bound to you. I definitely feel here that people are actually, bridged together. This is a two-way street. It's not just on your end, it's on theirs as well. So there's something going on here. And we have new direction. I'm also getting here that things are about ready to take a new direction in your connection. And it's another reason why you might be dreaming about this person, because things are happening. It's like you're picking up on the changes. You're picking up on some kind of movement in their community, or when it comes to other people, things that maybe they're bound to. Maybe there's some kind of a disconnect, or they're getting rid of things that no longer serve them. Maybe they're coming out of negative energy. And so you're literally picking up on what's to come. But there's something about a shift that may be taking place, taking things in a new direction in your connection. So you're kind of dreaming about this person and picking up on this as like almost a premonition in a way. Wow. Okay, so let's see what some of this new direction has to do with. Let's go ahead and go into my Twin Flame Journey Tarot and see what's going on here. We have the Strengths card, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Karmic Review, Judgment. Okay, so anytime I see the Judgment card, this is an energy where somebody is in some major decision making in their life, really looking at their past, really looking at their life like in the bigger picture, and just seeing where they've been, what they've done, mistakes that they've made, how they want to move forward in a different way perhaps. But there's definitely a time to review, and we also have reevaluate, which is the key word on that card, reevaluation. Seven of Pentacles means that we take a moment to stop, and we see what we've built up so far. So I feel like there's a major review happening here for this individual, and also for you, and kind of like, the things that have made them stronger. So this to me is like trials, tribulations, where they've really had to either restrain themselves or they've just become stronger from their challenges and circumstances. Really have had to battle the beast within, you know, kind of like dance with their shadow is what I'm seeing here. Become stronger from their shadow. So I feel like this new direction is that there might be perhaps a shift in karmic relationships that are attached to them. And you are picking up on the fact that they are either getting stronger or becoming like standing into their strength, stepping into their strength and making some changes for their future. So that's just what I'm seeing is you're picking up on changes that are happening with this individual. And this might very well lead perhaps to a new direction with your connection. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what does that energy look like when it comes to your connection, perhaps where things are leading. This right here is called the Grand Lux Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. Okay, so this is very concrete. Ace of Pentacles. I mean, it doesn't get more realistic than Pentacles energy. Pentacles are things that you can touch, things that are tangible, things that are real, things that are based in the physical world. The Ace, of course, means maybe perhaps an offering or an opportunity, perhaps to have a fresh new beginning. A brand new beginning, fresh new start with this person or this connection. So I feel like this is one of the reasons that you're having dreams about them is because there's some major karmic releasing happening on their end, and you're picking up on it because you're very connected to this individual. Oh, wow. The Six of Swords. You might be, again, it's like things are going to go smoothly. You're coming out of rocky times with this connection. So this connection is actually moving forward in a positive way, coming out of troubled times, going towards something a little bit more solid than maybe where it's been before. We have the Page of Cups, you guys. I mean, this is somebody who's coming in with some sort of an apology or an offer. So what I'm picking up on in this reading is that a lot of the dreams and a lot of the thoughts and energies that you have been in that may have been quite uncomfortable for you, you're actually picking up on a lot of this person's energy and what they're going through and what they are karmically releasing and getting rid of. And so because you guys are so energetically connected, it's like you are literally getting this insight, this foresight, unforeseen event, a surprise. You're like tuned in to this person's feelings. You're getting these psychic hunches and experiences. Your intuition is like on par. And it's like they're getting rid of anything that's no longer serving them. And so what this is doing is it's putting you into kind of like the same direction as them. It's like your paths crossing down the line. Them returning perhaps to your life. So to me, so far, what I'm getting is that everything that you've been experiencing, you've been experiencing it because it's almost like some sort of premonition of what's to come with this person down the line. So let's just go ahead and see as far as perhaps maybe timing or events that might take place. This right here is called the Queen of the Moon Oracle. So let's see what we get here. Okay, so we have the surrender energy. It says waning crescent. So waning moon here. We also have the okay, so we have waning and waxing. So to me, this is like the different phases of the moon. One is where we are gaining something, and one is where we are surrendering something. So we're growing and then we're surrendering. So that's interesting energy. And then we have the full moon. So we literally have, I mean, the only thing we don't have really is the new moon, but we have waxing So like waxing to waning, waning to waxing, and then full moon. So to me, there's some kind of an energy here, perhaps, of something happening with all of these different moon phases. It could be that by the next full moon, or growing to the full moon, or maybe before or after the full moon, I almost feel like there's some significance. Now, of course, this can be any kind of any moon, any full moon. We have a full moon every month, so it's a little difficult to basically say something significant here as far as timing is concerned. But there's some kind of energy, like where the moon is at its full power, is when there is going to be some sort of a major shift and transformation and growth in this connection. That's what I'm seeing here. Interesting stuff. So why don't we see how this person sees you and feels you at this time? This right here is the El Key Tarot. I'm sorry, the El Key Oracle. How does this person feel your energy? How do they see you right now? How do they see you? Okay, we have she who battles, justice, fierce, and commitment. So this to me is kind of like the Queen of Swords or Justice card. So this is somebody who they might see you as a person that, you know, it would be up, they would be up against something. They would really have to bring forth their truth. They would have to match your energy and come to you like a King of Swords is what I'm seeing here. So they'd have to be in their full power. So as they're surrendering, they're growing and they're becoming more powerful. Now I'm understanding this message here. So as they continue to grow, it's like they become stronger perhaps because they know that they have to bring you something. They have to bring you truth. They have to bring you that apology. I did see that Page of Cups. But you know, the Page of Cups is nice, but it's a crumb. Okay, it's not something very big. It's small, and sometimes it's just a feeling or an idea. It's not really something that's happening. So this person has this feeling that maybe they would like to say something to you, that maybe they would like to come forth with the message, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee that they will. So they might have to grow a little bit stronger and step into their power and in their truth before they can face you, because they're seeing you to me as this Queen of Swords energy, somebody that might battle with them. So they have to be prepared for that is what I'm seeing. How do they feel? Okay, so she who frees, liberation, unrestrained, and freedom. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that they might see you as somebody who has let them go, that you have freed them, meaning that you're just completely liberated. You have let them go. They might feel like you don't care for them. They might feel like they don't know where you're at emotionally, and so that might be another reason why they're feeling a little apprehensive on coming towards you at this time, because they're not quite sure where your heart is at. So where are they at with you in the actual environment and physical world? She who flies, dare, do, reach. You know, again, I almost feel like they would have to really make a huge leap of faith in order to either travel towards you. The Six of Swords can sometimes indicate people that are not in the same, they're not close by. There's an amount of traveling that would need to take place in order to bridge a gap. We did see the energies early on in the reading, which said, what is it? Hold on for a sec. The sky bridge. So it could just be that there's a lot of distance between you and this individual. It could just be a metaphor though. It's been a long time where there is actual distance, but somebody would have to fly physically to you in order to see you, in order to basically offer you this apology. Or fly just means, travel. It's in like this communication. It's coming from afar kind of energy is what I'm seeing here. What about a soul, on a soul level? She who enfolds. It says swathe, embrace, and self-care. So she who enfolds, this to me it says something about embracing somebody who cares for themselves, somebody who is definitely in an energy where they are, feeling good about themselves. So I definitely see like a very confident, very put together, very sure of themselves type of a person. So you may have really matured and really stepped into your strength and your power since you and this individual have disconnected. And so it's kind of like they're dealing with an entirely different person. And so again, they can't just come at you with old energy. They're going to kind of have to come towards you in some sort of a new and refreshed way. And they know that. So I feel like there is this apprehension. What does this person want to communicate with you? What do they want to say to you? We're going to go into my twin flame messages. This is the original deck. What do they want to say to you? What does this person want to say to you? This Page of Cups, what are they thinking that they want to say? What do they want to explain? Okay, so they want to explain that they were damaged, because I'm taking this as past tense since this has already happened, that they were damaged and they just couldn't do it. So this is like, to me, past tense energy. We also have an energy here of, they've been getting a lot of signs about you as well. They've been receiving things and they can't take it any longer. They can't ignore it any longer. It's like it's too much. It's been too many signs that have been pointing to you. There's been too many things that have reminded them of you, and to where it's like at this point they feel like they have to move on this. They have to do something about this. They can't just keep ignoring these signs. It keeps coming up over and over again. Now, there is a part of them that does feel like they're damaged, like they just can't do anything about this. I can't ignore the signs that I'm receiving any longer, but at the same time, I feel damaged, like I just can't reach out to you. I just can't make contact. I can't drudge this. See? You've been in my dreams too. So this just goes to clarify for you guys that this person, it's a two-way street. They've been dreaming about you too. That's why they're in this energy here of, I can't ignore these signs any longer. I've been dreaming about you. I've been thinking about you. I've been connected to your energy. I don't know why, but I'm very afraid because I feel like I'm damaged. But the message that they would give to you is that they have thought about you during the separation, and that at maybe one time they just felt like they were too damaged. They were just too damaged, like they couldn't move forward. Okay, so what shadows or what things have they worked on? This right here is my Twin Flame Messages Volume 2. What have they worked on? What have they improved during the separation? This right here is my Twin Flame Shadows. What have they worked on during the separation? Okay, so we have an energy here of distance. So, again, there is some kind of a distance between you and this individual. I'm still haunted by my actions. Interesting. Okay, so how they have, even though you guys have been at a distance, even though you have not been in each other's lives, this person has actually been haunted by the actions. They've been haunted by your connection. So they've been dreaming about it. They've been feeling it. I am also getting too that they have felt bound to your energy as well. They've felt bound to your energy. Okay. So this to me is somebody who, how have they changed? Because they've been thinking about their past actions. We already did see this with the Judgment card. They've been going through some sort of a life review, some sort of a reevaluation, where they've been weak, where they've been strong, where they've held themselves back. They've been really examining themselves and trying to figure out who they are. That's just what I'm seeing. So this person has changed. We also have an energy of guarded. So this skull energy here, I'm getting here that they've really changed how they think. Something has changed. That butterfly does represent some sort of transformation. So the way that they think, they've had some sort of enlightenment. They may have been very guarded before. They felt like they were damaged, like they just couldn't open their hearts up to you. But these things are changing. These things are changing. I'm just doing what I have to do right now. So the thing is, I'm also getting too that even though they've changed and even though they've had some sort of transformation, I still get this resistance from them that they're guarded, and I just have to do I'm just doing what I have to do right now. So whatever it is that they're doing to just kind of get by and survive, that just feels maybe a little bit safe to them. It's easier for them to guard and protect themselves. But I definitely feel like this person has done some changing and shifting in their life to where they've let their guard down somewhat. They're not as guarded as they used to be. They're not as distant as they used to be. Things are starting to kind of shift and change for them. They're growing. It might be slow, but it is happening is what I'm getting here. And that's why you're connected to their energy, is because you're sensing these shifts that are taking place with this individual. Yep. Last message. We have power. And songs are speaking to me. Huh. Okay, well, I feel like, their higher self is speaking to them. Songs are speaking to them. Your energy is speaking to them. The universe is speaking to them. So there's a lot of power behind that. This person has had a lot of time to basically work on themselves and to switch some things around in their energy that's actually helping them to step into their power. Okay, so this is the way that your person has done some shifting and changing. So yeah, there's still some fears here, but I definitely feel like they're shifting more and stepping more into their power than they ever have before. And you're sensing that, which is why you're having all of these thoughts, feelings, dreams, psychic visions, energies, shifts, all of it. That's what it means. All right, so let's go ahead and see a glimpse of the future. Let's get a glimpse of the future. What does Spirit have to show you in regards to a glimpse of your future with this individual? This right here is the Oracle of Visions by Ciro Marchetti. Okay, so what I'm picking up on, you guys, with this energy here is this is red. It's very passionate. I feel like somebody in this connection, of course, I'm going to say it's most likely the feminine. There's probably most likely the feminine is watching this video about her masculine. Doesn't have to be, though, for everybody. But there's some kind of a feeling here where you're attracting this individual to you. But as you can see, there's Venus flytraps all around this woman. So she's guarded. So she's calling this individual in energetically. But it's kind of like a little bit of an energy of trap. So have you let go of everything that you've needed to let go of? Are there still things that you're healing from? Are there still things that you need to release? Have you completely forgiven this person? Would you be able to forgive and forget if this person came back into your life? Have you healed all the wounds that they have triggered and created within you? So it's kind of like it might be time for you to ask yourself if you're even ready for this individual to return. So I feel like that's kind of why you're getting a lot of visions about them, but it's also triggering things within you to kind of remind you of any kind of healing that you still need to do when it comes to this person. Eight of Swords, you guys. So this is an energy of being trapped by our own thoughts, literally. I almost feel like what Spirit's also saying here is that, you know, the eights are infinity symbol, so it's kind of like it just keeps going round and round in the same circle. We can break this cycle, of course, but I feel like you might still be kind of dreaming about this individual and tapped into their energy, maybe perhaps in a fearful kind of a shadowy way, because there's still some fears that you're holding on to, or there's some anger or something that you're still hanging on to. So that's another reason why you're having some unpleasant nightmares or dreams when it comes to this individual. It's kind of like your own fears and shadows are working themselves out at this time too. Five of Wands, look at that. It's like a battle within ourselves. You know, there's still a struggle here. There's a struggle within the self. That's why I say the self, and the reason why is because the Eight of Swords reminds us that we're only as trapped as we believe ourselves to be. We actually have the key. We actually have what it takes in order to break free from these chains that we think are binding us. So this is a lot of self-work that needs to still happen. And so in the future, I'm kind of getting here that we might still be battling with this nightmare. We might still be battling with this energy, even moving forward, that we still might be feeling puzzled as to why we're still connected to it, but it's not maybe showing up. And then we have the Three of Cups. Well, the Three of Cups is a card of coming together and celebration, reconciling, happiness, people coming together. So this is the deal. I feel like what Spirit is telling you here in regards to the future is that You can attract this person perhaps maybe back into your life, but are you really ready for this person to come back? You know, this came up in a few readings ago. I can't remember what reading it was, but it was like, I think it was for the Divine Feminine. Are you really ready for this individual to come back? Because what you're putting out there, energetic wise, they're picking up on it. You're drawing them back in energetically, but are you ready? See this? Are you ready? So be careful. Be careful that you're not just drawing somebody back in because you desire them, because you miss them, because you want to be with them regardless of how healed things are or how ready they are or not. It's an energy here to be careful what you wish for, because sometimes what we think we want when we get it, we actually, it's not what we want, because it still isn't right, or this person still isn't ready. They're still, a child. And it looks to me like the person that's watching this video, you're on the energy of like, queen. You're looking for a king. But what I did see is that this person's coming as a page. They're still a page. They're still growing. There's still some phases that they have to go through. And even though, yes, they have come to some sort of realization and they want to start making changes, they might not exactly be ripened enough at this point to come back to you in the way that you're really looking for. Okay? So the Three of Cups is an energy to me of a casual time. It's not a Two of Cups. It's not just two people coming together. It could be people that are unavailable, people that are still in other relationships. Is that really what you want? The Five of Wands to me is sometimes drama, especially with the Three of Cups. Third-party situations all the way around, meaning that, are you sure you want to open up this gate? Are you sure you want to let this person in? Are you sure you even want to invite this person back into your life? Because the thing is, you may not be available. It's kind of like playing with fire is what I'm seeing here. So this is kind of a weird reading because, again, you're having these thoughts, you're having these dreams, you're connected to this person's energy, they're feeling your energy, but there's also confusion here because there's still people that aren't exactly 100% ready to like really truly respect this connection just yet. Somebody still has to grow and somebody still has to forgive and work on themselves. So And again, it doesn't mean you've got to forgive this person for what they did, but if they come back, they've got to bring forth some kind of energy, because we already got here who you are. Your person senses this about you. She who battles. That lady right there, I mean, yeah, she's really beautiful and she's very seductive and she's, very desirable, but hell, you got to get through all those Venus flytraps to get to her. This lady has a sword. She's ready to freaking go, throw down and go in a battle with you. So again, this is very confusing. And this page, I'm going to tell you right now, this little page sees that, might turn around and run the other way. So again, why call somebody back in energetically if there's still this energy in the page? They're still in the energy of the page. So their intentions, I feel, are better than they were before, but it still might not be exactly what you're looking for. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what the potential is of this individual. Okay, what is the potential that this individual is capable of when it comes to this connection? Are they capable of growing into the person that you would like them to be, or even need them to be, in order to have a successful, long-standing relationship? I feel immediately what Spirit is telling you is yes, but after some soul searching, after some time where they really take that time to grow and to heal. I do have the Six of Cups. So it's like, yes, after this person does their soul searching, after they learn, after they develop, after they really step into their either independence or they just basically do that soul searching that they need to do, we have the Six of Cups, which is memories and reunion. Two people coming back together, from two people from the past coming back together and reconciling. And now we have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is, as they're on this soul searching journey, it seems that they are getting very excited. They're getting very curious about someone from the past. And that's their Queen of Pentacles. So they are curious and excited perhaps about maybe going towards the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody who maybe made them feel very nurtured and very safe and very secure at some time or another. Maybe they finally feel like they are ready perhaps to face the Queen. And then we have the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is pain. The Ten of Swords is a scary energy because it means it's the end of something. So this is the deal. I feel like, yes, this can cycle through. The 9 to the 10 tells me here, when I ask Spirit, is it possible for this person to change and be who you need them to be? I'm getting the answer is yes, because once they do this soul searching and they reflect on their past, which we can already see that they're in that energy. They're just at the beginning though, okay? They can end whatever has happened between the two of you. Take those swords out of your back, apologize for this behavior, really show you that they've changed rather than just telling you, rather than just bringing you words, okay? And match up to you and be your King of Pentacles. That's what I'm seeing here, okay? Interesting. So it is possible. It is possible for this person to do this growth and this healing. If this person could tell you anything right now, what would it be? What would they want you to know and understand right now about them, about how they feel about you, what they're thinking? Let's get this energy here from their higher self. Safe in your bubble, safe from harm, protected shelters. What's really interesting is they want you to understand and know that one of the reasons that they've stayed away from you is because it's been for your own protection. They also feel safe in a bubble as well. So you're not hearing from them. They're not reaching out. They're not coming towards you for a variety of reasons. A, because they know that they're either not ready, feeling damaged like they just can't do it just yet, or they feel safe in this little bubble of not coming towards you in reality. So there's a safety energy here. Distance, remember we have the energy of distant and guarded with the here. So somebody feels a little bit safer being guarded and distant. We have a lot of skulls here. A lot of skull energy. But we have quench your thirst. So I feel like this person definitely is telling you here that even though they are staying away or have stayed away, even though they are keeping themselves kind of protected or even you being protected, it doesn't mean that they don't desire you. You would definitely be someone that would quench their thirst. You are desirable. They want to rehydrate. They want to replenish themselves within your energy. Most definitely. And I picked that up with this card here. This person finds you to be very nurturing. You replenish them in some way. You rehydrate them. You restore them. So they actually are thirsty for you. Okay? So just because they're at a distance from you, just because they have stayed away in this little bubble, does not mean that the desire is not there. It is. And we have fruitful labors, growth, birth, manifestation, and harvest. I'm getting here from this individual that they have been working in the material world. They have been, creating some sort of fruit from their labors. They're experiencing some sort of joy, perhaps through their material, gains. But they're working hard, is what I'm seeing here. They're working hard. They're trying to bear fruit. So they are growing. They are growing in the material, but they're also growing in their mental space. They're growing with their spiritual side. They're definitely wanting you to know that they've grown. Look, the karmic scales. This is the second time that we've had karma come up. They're letting you know that they are definitely reviewing the past. They're also letting you know that they may have gotten some sort of karmic blow or something dealt to them that really made them think perhaps about how things went down with you. I do want you guys to see that we have an 11-11. 6 plus 5 is 11. 11, 11. So to me, this tells me here that they've had some sort of an awakening. They've had some sort of an awakening, and it was due to some karmic lesson, some karmic justice that took place. They're starting to see things in a whole new way. I feel like that's one of the reasons why the skulls have been coming up in this reading, is because there's a lot of illumination, there's a lot of epiphanies, there's a lot of awareness that this person has now that they didn't have before. So that's why there's this shift and energy that you're suddenly picking up on. But of course, you're still connected to it in somewhat of a dark way, because they may have never apologized to you. They may have never made the wrongs right. And so you on your own have had to kind of come to your own conclusions with your healing and basically trying to get past this connection. And I have processing energies. They are processing energy. Look at this. An adjustment period, settling of energies. So they're processing this right now. They're processing everything that's happened. I also see 10, 10. I see two portals, 10, 10, 11, 11. So if some of you guys are seeing this, this is also a sign from the universe that's telling you that there's some sort of major, shifting of energies and vibrations and ascension happening here. Major awakening energy, for sure. So that's something significant. The 10th and 11th month could be significant as well for whatever reason in this connection. So yeah, they're wanting to let you know that they're processing everything right now, that they're feeling a little bit safe, or they want you to remain safe. But it doesn't mean that they desire you any less just because they've stayed away from you. That has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with them karmically balancing themselves and processing things that have happened in their life at this time. All right, you guys, so we're going to end this reading with some signs from Spirit. This is my Signs from Spirit Love Oracle, and we're just going to basically see what Spirit wants us to know. What does Spirit want you to know moving forward? Focus. Okay. So Spirit wants you to focus on something. What does Spirit want you to focus on? Visions. Wow. Okay. So that's pretty much what this entire reading is all about, is the visions, the dreams, the epiphanies, the energy shifts, in ways that you're being triggered, the telepathic communication that's coming through, things that you're seeing in your mind's eye. They really want you to focus on the vision. They want you to focus on just certain things that you're seeing in your mind's eye. Okay, really focus on your intuition. We also have this butterfly here. This butterfly is some kind of transformation. So some kind of transformation is taking place, and you're seeing certain things because it is, kind of further confirming that there's a transformation that's taking place, if that makes sense. What else? Oh, wow. Also, too, what Spirit's telling you is realizing that there is a cosmic plan in place. Of course, there's always a cosmic plan in place. There's always something much bigger than what we are feeling and thinking. There's so much more going on than meets the eye. It's not just about us. It's about the universe. It's about the bigger plan. So they're wanting you to know that right now there's certain things that are taking place, even things that you can't see, that are, kind of a webbing together, being built at this time. And then we have 777. We did get at the very beginning of this reading 5 and 7s, and that really told me that there's a lot of struggle and also spiritual lessons at hand. This does say here, rapid soul development that comes from challenging times. So there's been a lot of challenges. There's been a lot of development, though, that's been taking place on maybe even a level that you can't see. So really try to focus on the spiritual lesson. Really try to kind of focus, because see, this is the thing. When you see the smoke, I believe it's called coppermancy. I might be saying that incorrectly or not pronouncing it right, but that's a type of scrying where you look into smoke and you see possibly a particular vision. It's kind of like when you look at a picture, somebody sees something, like they see it differently than you do. So there's always something significant for each person that looks into smoke. So maybe when you look at this card, for instance, someone's seeing a particular image while another person sees something else. It's really weird because when I'm looking at this, and I didn't create that image, but I did select this image for my card. But the first time that I'm actually seeing a horse in this image here, never saw it before, but I see it now. Now that I'm really looking at it, I do see a horse, and it's a horse that really hasn't come into form just yet. The body is not there. So of course, horses are power, horse is movement. So I feel like that's being built upon. There's some sort of a soul development. Things are developing behind the scenes. You can't see them just yet. They haven't come into reality just yet, but it's developing, it's forming, it's happening. It just hasn't come into actual physical, like it hasn't bared fruition yet, if that makes sense. So this right here is saying, focus on things from a higher perspective. Focus where you can't exactly see, but it's there. The answer is there. Something is there in the mystery. It's just that if you focus too hard on the physical and like the actual physical reality, you might miss it. But there's a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes. There's a bigger thing that's happening here that's beyond even maybe your understanding at this time. So that's what Spirit is telling you they want you to focus on. Focus on the things that are mystery. That's what I get. Mystery. What else? We have gratitude. That's beautiful. So just being in a state of grace, being grateful for the lessons, being grateful for where we're at, being grateful for just this connection. And we also have songs. So there is something about songs that connect you and this person in this reading. The reason I'm saying that is because this individual already said to you that songs are speaking to me. So songs are speaking to both of you. You're speaking to each other through songs. This is also an energy where the universe is speaking to you through song. Now, song to me is somebody who is speaking from the heart. It's a melody. Poetry, even though that's not being like an actual, song, it's a song from the heart. It's spoken words. This could be in the form of words that you read, lyrics that you decide to look up after a song that just moves you, words that you see on a freaking billboard or a movie screen, names that you see. This is all information that's coming straight from the heart. So this is heart-to-heart communication. That's what I'm getting here. Heart-to-heart conversations that are taking place. So this is about being in a state of grace because the information that you need about this whole entire situation, challenging or positive, it is coming to you. It is being instilled in you. Everything that you need is coming to you. See this? Do we have two hands that are coming together? People are they're connected. They're connected for sure. They're connected, though, by their hands. They're connected by their heart. I'm getting here because they're not connected in the physical, but they're touching each other's hearts, if that makes sense. It's energy. Wow, we have the swan, loyalty. It's a beautiful energy here. It's about people that still feel maybe perhaps some sort of loyalty to one another. They feel a significant energy. Swans can sometimes indicate divine connections. So it could just be that people are starting to or have been feeling a special connection to each other through the heart. And then we have hospitality. To me, hospitality and being grateful, very similar energy to me. Wanting to break bread, that's kind of how I read that bread card. I want to break bread. I want to apologize. I just want to be on friendly terms. I want to be on good terms again. So there's a energy of forgiveness here. There's an energy of, really wishing and hoping perhaps that maybe one day you guys can get back to that energy. So you either feel that or they feel it or both of you do. All right, last message, you guys. I see fives. 1 plus 4 is 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5, 5. Another 10, okay? But also 5s again. 5s are about change. I'd like to change this. Things are changing behind the scenes, whether you see it or not. But also I'm getting here the information, a message that's coming from someone's heart is, I want things to change between us. I wish things could be different. One day I would like to see this change. That is the message that I'm getting from someone's heart. And we have 10, 10, 10. Significant, you guys, keeps popping up. So I got 5s, I've got 7s, I've got 10, 10, I've got 11 in this reading. So I got 11s, 10s, 7s, and 5s. Very significant. This to me, it says peace. Well, not to me, it says peace, okay? This is an energy here of letting things go and just being in a state of peace. Peace, gratitude, being focused on peace and gratitude when it comes to this connection. That's what Spirit wants you to know. Being at peace and gratitude when it comes to this connection. Focus there. Starfish is beautiful. Starfish also does represent divine connections, okay? But I named it safe passage, which starfish also means that as well. I just didn't want to have duplicate meanings in the cards that I chose, so I went with this for starfish. But safe passage, this to me is like, you are safely passing through these challenges. This is like safe passage on your journey, on your way home. So the universe is helping people to remain safe on their journey, to help them find their way very safely, very peacefully. We have satisfaction grapes. You know, when I have bread and I have wine, this showcases to me that it is possible for two people, and we have two as in like a 2 of cups. It is possible for people to, you know, actually sit down and enjoy each other's company once again and really feel the satisfaction of this connection once again. It is possible. Oh my God. Last message, are you freaking kidding me? 1111. Sorry, I just have to laugh because it's just so ridiculous. Yeah, we've been talking about 1111 in this friggin' reading, and 1111 being your last message that you're on the right path. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know, it did come up that somebody has had some sort of spiritual awakening. I definitely feel like, obviously, the person that's watching this video, you've already had yours. Your person is now starting to have theirs. And that's why you are feeling their energy and you're feeling all of this. You know, when you're energetically connected to someone, you take the bad with the good, you know. There's the shadow and the light. So it's not just all going to be good feelings. You're going to pick up on some of that dark energy as well, because that exists. It exists in them and it also exists within you. So you've got to go get through all of it. So you're picking up on a lot of this person's guilt, a lot of this person's shame, but you're also going through your own dark night of the soul in a way, because you're still processing some of the shit that this person did to you and some of the fears that you have with them coming back into your life. Okay? So the thing is, I feel like things are on track for you and this individual perhaps to have some sort of reconciliation and have your paths merge down the line. But for some of you, you might really be wanting this person to come back like right now. And what I am picking up on with some of those energies of, you know, the devil's energy, the low vibrational, the sexual energy, the desirable woman that's drawing her lover back to her, but she's got all those Venus flytraps around her. Just be careful with the energy that you are trying to manifest at this time. You might be trying to manifest from an energy that's not quite the highest vibration, drawing this person back prematurely. It did come up in one of my previous readings a few weeks ago, so I feel like this might be for some people that needed to maybe hear that message once again, kind of reiterate what we've already gone over, but this is just some additional insight to that particular connection. So, hey, but this is your last message, you guys. You guys are on the right path with whatever is happening here. Everything that you need to go through, you're going through. So let it in, let it flow. Embrace the shadow. Deal with it, you know, like hug it and process it, transmute it. You got to feel it. You've got to get through the energy before you can transmute it and heal it. You can't just pretend it doesn't exist. It's popping up for a reason. We're not meant to wallow in it and stay stuck in it, but we have to honor that it's bringing us some kind of a lesson. So that way we have an opportunity to understand something about ourselves that either we just don't really care for or like. Sometimes people are a mirror to us. This person and their energy is kind of mirroring something to you, giving you an opportunity to say, is there something maybe about you that maybe you've done something, maybe perhaps to someone else in your life, so where you can kind of understand how this person may have dealt with you a certain way. None of us are perfect. We've all done terrible things, some people more than others, but when it comes down to it, it comes from the same shadow, you know? Not everybody is, envious or jealous, but sometimes that comes up. You automatically just feel it. You're triggered for some reason. And it's just like, ew, what a nasty feeling. Why was I so nasty? Why did I say that? Why did I, you think it, maybe you just kind of spout something out, or you react to somebody in a low vibrational way, and you're just kind of like, oh my God, I don't even know why I did that. Sometimes we just have shadows that are there and we just react out of ego without really thinking about it. Some people tell white lies. Some people, what's the word I'm looking for? They justify it. Well, I just didn't want to deal with the aftermath, or I didn't want to deal with this person's reaction, right? White lie never hurt anybody. Sometimes that's true, and other times maybe it's not the best approach. So anyways, I'm not here trying to give life advice or anything. I'm just trying to say that we all have shadows. We all have to deal with them in a certain way. And some of us sometimes just have to kind of go through certain situations and go, wow, that really sucked. And now I can feel how that person may have felt that way with my reaction. And then you look at this person that you've dealt with that has hurt you, and you kind of understand where maybe they were coming from and how it actually wasn't as personal as you took it. At the end of the day, people are operating out of their own fears, their own hangups, their own insecurities, and their own damage. And we're doing the same. So it's not about allowing people to keep treating you like shit. It's not like that. But you're kind of being a little empathetic when you're looking at things from a broken perspective, where you can kind of understand why this person may have treated you this way. Maybe they did not have all the tools that you had at the time when they were dealing with some kind of uncomfortable feeling, whatever, right? So I feel like the soul connection has taught you a lot. This soul connection, you're connected to it, you're plugged into it for a reason. It's a part of your spiritual growth and understanding. I'm also getting that this is a part of this person's spiritual growth and understanding. So at the end of the day, it's equally important to both of you, but you guys have expressed it or have dealt with it in two entirely different ways. But I do see some sort of like two lanes coming together and merging at some point in the future. And so that's what I'm seeing here. So anyways, I hope that you guys like this reading. I hope that it spoke to you, especially if some of you guys have been going through some darker feelings. And I hope that it helped you. So thanks so much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.